pleasant.
This thing is like a damn switchblade knife.
Chad is so impressed with this.
Well,
what is this? Hey, before you do this, show me what this does.
Now you've done.
I've done those
right?
ones. Yeah,
you know this.
I had
this
one of those.
This is just the straight cut. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the guillotine cut.
Yeah.
That's a guillotine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
This is a V cut. Okay, which I feel like really enhances the taste of the cigar. I broke mine. I've gotten back to the guillotine for some reason. For like the last year, I've got scissors, which I mean those scissors are great too.
They are.
Little bird beak on there. but this I'm you know what? I'm shopping tomorrow.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine. He was using V cut, and I'd never seen one before, and he cut me a cigar, and I'm like, wow, I truly like the draw you get from a V cut.
Oh, it's unreal. It is. All right, just stick the butt of it right there in that
There's still
base.
some of yours left in there. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I should have done that over the tray. My bad.
Rookie. I take this off there, right?
Yeah, you're going to have to take
that
probably the first 2 rings you'll have to take off there.
These two? Or even this one?
I mean, you can leave that one on
you can take
if you want,
them all off if you want. It's just up to you.
I'm so excited for you to get this experience.
So what am I doing?
Okay.
Other side.
The other side. Flip it over.
There you go.
Just lay it in there.
Lay it in there and
Boom.
snap.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Nice V.
And then just push
in
the
there.
button down.
Well, man, keep going. Okay.
And
You just
now-
got to remember.
Now let's let this man cut his.
Yeah, all right.
He's going to be trying a new one. He and I did a little trade.
Well, we saw that. Tyler and I were back there watching you guys and what everything you're doing. All right. So, what am I smoking here? What is this?
Go ahead, Josh.
You are smoking a Monte Cristo white label. It's a really one of my favorite. Monte Cristo brand is my absolute favorite.
Okay.
And that's going to be a really smooth and mild cigar.
Okay, I like the mild ones. It seems to, right?
Yep.
Well, this will be more mild than anything I've given you so far. No. Let toast it.
Oh God! Did you see him attack me?
Get that Bic out of here. Look at that. He's got a four-head torch.
I mean, Chad is impressed, Cardiff. I don't know if I've ever seen Reynolds light up like this.
No?
Well, I mean, he and I've worked together many times. Not near enough.
No.
Not near enough. I'll use my crack pipe.
Yours.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We got to get a cigar ashtray.
Yeah, we do. We're cheating with this. I mean,
hey, it works.
Now this will work for our pipes. But
it works.
Like, we need that. Yeah, but like what I get burned about, Josh, is I like to have that groove so that I don't lose my good burn.
Right.
I work hard on the long.
You want to keep your long ash.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, cool. The more it cools down, the better the cigar tastes. And
Hey, how about
Pudge, talk about that.
How about these near beers?
Oh,
So I have stumbled upon. So yesterday, I
shout out JJ Hale. Check these out.
yeah, JJ, if you're listening to this, check these out. These are really, really, really good. They're probably the best tasting one that I've had. So I had to go to Kroger's yesterday, and while I was there, I was grabbing some stuff, and I decided, well, you know what? I'd like to have me an NA beer tonight because I'm not drinking this month.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to drink. I've
Chad was
drank
saying.
twice.
Yeah.
Okay, I've drank twice, but I'm trying to even get away from slowly kind of getting away from the alcohol stuff a little bit. And so anyway, I was like, I'm gonna try an NA beer. See how I like it, because I'm all about sitting down at the end of the night and relaxing.
Yep.
Okay, I like to kick back. About 10, 11 o'clock, I like to shut her down. It's a must.
Yeah.
I like to go out in the garage. I'll call my dad. We'll talk for a while, and I'll have a drink, or I'll smoke a cigar, and that's what I do. I'll call a few buddies and just chill out. And but I thought maybe I'll enjoy this, so I grabbed the old. It said something. I wish I'd have taken a picture. Tyler, Google that if you can. The Old Milwaukee Leisure. See what that slogan is.
Milwaukee Leisure.
That's what it's called on the box. And I said,
nice.
And I was looking. I sent you the picture. I almost thought Bud Select was the Bud Zero.
Yeah, you were getting ready to buy Bud 55.
Yeah, and I was like, man, I don't remember none of that.
No,
But looking at the can, it just looked the same, didn't it?
Exactly. It's exactly the
same can.
It just says 0 instead of 55.
Yeah. So I sent it to Chad, and he stopped me from mine. He said, that ain't it. Well, then I tell you another one I almost bought was Heineken.
Well, no, I've heard a lot of good reviews on that. I've never tried that one.
And I've heard them from you. I heard them, but I thought, well, I'll try that. But I never did like Heineken.
Well, that's what I mean. If you don't like Heineken, you're probably not going to like their non-alcoholic version.
So then I stumbled down there, and I used to be on the Blue Label, boys.
Oh,
hard.
Me too, dude.
Yeah.
Still,
when I used to go to Jamboree in the Hills, this was the beer.
Still one of my favorite beers.
Shout out Donovan and Virgil and the Jamboree
I
boys.
bet Virgil Hamilton.
Shallon.
I bet that he's still on that.
I bet he is too.
I mean, hey, listen, dude. Voted America's best tasting beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Old Milwaukee Light.
I'll use Old Milwaukee when I'm soaking brats in a beer.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, it is a good tasting beer.
Oh yeah, it is.
It truly is.
Well, no, I like the blue can, the light. The red can.
The red can's a little
more
harsh.
distinctive, but that's what that reminds me of.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's straight off the red. Now we got the green label. We got a new one to introduce here.
America's non-alcoholic near beer. You got the slogan?
Is it brewed for the wonderful world of leisure?
Yes, yes. That's what it says. It right on the box. It says brewed for the wonderful world of leisure.
Yeah,
and
I wonder if they make T-shirts.
That's a fantastic slogan. I mean, that's just perfect.
Yeah, you tried it. What'd you think,
I loved it. Yeah. I've only really ever had like a no duels and tried it.
As far as near beer.
Yeah, as far as near beer, but that was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So the famous question is, why drink it?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get the good beer flavor.
You do.
You do. You get a really good beer flavor out of that. And
you can tell it's got a hole in it, but nothing major.
Well, I'll tell you why drink it to me. Like I said, I've given my hack on the NAs, and I think it's beautiful. If you like bourbon, okay, and you like it like me, I enjoy having a beer back, or just I mean, not all the time. A lot of times at the end of the night, I'll just have a glass of bourbon and maybe a cigar, and that's it. If I'm going to have a beer, well, if I'm drinking bourbon, why do I need a beer that's full octane?
You know something?
If it tastes like beer, it's the same
it's the
deal.
Same, you're getting the same.
I mean,
thing,
unless you're trying to make yourself have a really bad headache or sick,
and that's where I'm at with it. I just really don't like being drunk. I have a hard time between point A and point B.
Well, I mean, we've discussed that. I do too. Like, I'm one of those guys. I'm either drinking or I'm not.
Me too.
But you know what? I'd be better off like drinking. Hey, you know what? You could drink 12 of those.
Yeah.
Hey, good job.
Nothing. Yeah. Not a thing.
You're going to pee all night, but
that's it.
Yep.
But I was thinking there's several good scenarios for this.
Sure.
I like beer just as much as I could say I like Coca-Cola. Okay, and why not just get you one of these with your lunch?
Right.
There's no harm, no foul.
There's nothing in that.
Right.
It's non-alcoholic.
It just tastes like beer.
It tastes like beer. Yeah. What's the difference in that? I mean, why not like on a Jeep ride?
Well, sure.
Take these.
There you go.
Yeah, crack that while you're driving.
While you're driving?
Yeah.
Yeah, till you get to the destination?
No. Because if your answer is, if you ask yourself, well, I just like drinking beer, well, then, there you go.
How about poker runs?
Poker runs, you're out, you want to have a beer. This is still a beer.
You want to be responsibly.
Beer.
I mean, keep you safe. Exactly. I think it's not a bad take.
That's a good substitute if you're not wanting to get hammered.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
because my problem with bourbon is, and we're down here in Appalachia, boys. I mean, you can, there's a lot of you, sitting around, at the house or whatever, but you're going to a bonfire or you're going out.
Bourbon.
You're not drinking bourbon. You're slamming down a few of these.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's my problem with bourbon.
What I would maybe even advocate: mix your cooler up. Go every other.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be a great
You know,
thing.
if you wanted to have some old Milwaukee Lights, mix a few of those in there, and maybe you're still maintain a little bit of sharpness.
Now, whatever you was 25, would you have ever mixed 25 deer beers in there?
No. I mean, listen, dude, it's all relative.
Well, this is now. So
we're
this
getting
is,
old.
Yeah.
I
This
mean-
is. I mean, hey, go full go. If you're 25, rip it, get her, boys.
Yeah. Now listen. Yeah. I mean, let's not get it twisted. I mean, we're not advocating the 20 to 25, 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
Fire it up.
Yeah. Get you the real deal, boys.
One of these days, you're going to be old. You ain't going to be able to run like you used to. Then just remember us chubby bartenders and what we told you.
Yeah.
Right.
About the near beers.
Yeah. Speaking of bourbon, though, Josh, I think if I've known you correctly, you're a man that enjoys a splash of bourbon from time to time.
I do. Scotch is my go-to.
Oh my goodness, this man is a stud.
But I have been known to have some bourbon.
Okay, well, how about tonight?
You know what, tonight sounds
pass
like
that rocks over. I assumed, and maybe wrongly so, that you liked it on the rocks.
Yes.
Do you prefer it neat?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, we're going to pop the cork here.
The bromance between these two is for real.
We're going to pop the cork here on some 1792 small batch.
Yep. It's one I haven't had, and I'm looking forward to it.
I'm anxious for you to try it. I think you'll find it to be very smooth. I think the bottle looks cool.
The bottle does look cool.
I think the bottle it looks very high class.
It's not. I mean, it's not. Would you like a splash with it or just straight up?
Straight up.
There you go, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bully. Scotchman. Gee whiz. I'll partake a little bit myself. But I'm going to just open it up a bit. There we go.
You know, that really does. Somebody else was talking about that the other day. I don't know if it was you or Dad or somebody. And they talked about how a splash of water will open up the notes. Was it you?
Yeah. What you can do is and I learned this with Irish whiskey, and then I've now translated that to bourbon, and boy, do I get criticized. But you can watch it. Take a little dropper and have a neat glass without the cubes.
What's a neat glass?
A neat glass would be a glass just like this, no ice.
So that's probably an 8-ounce glass.
Well, yeah, it's just a regular. What this kind of glass would be called a short or a rocks glass.
Okay.
But like a lot of whiskey drinkers or bourbon drinkers, most bourbon drinkers, I would say, enjoy what they would call a neat pour. Okay, that means no ice, no water, just
straight whiskey. Yep.
More or less just like a shot that you're going to sip on.
Guys order that at the bar a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, whiskey neat.
Yep.
I mean, it's probably the most popular way of drinking bourbon. And a lot of people would scrutinize us here tonight for ruining a good whiskey with ice and water.
Yeah.
But I stand defiant.
It's preference.
It is. I mean, your favorite whiskey is however you like to drink it.
Right.
But what I would say is do this sometime, you neat drinkers. Get a water dropper, just a dropper, and drop 2 or 3 drops in there and watch what happens to the drink. You will see it starts swirling around. Then
we're going to have to do it.
It opens it opens up the notes of the whiskey, in my opinion. Like
I would agree.
You can see it.
It definitely. I know what you're saying by opens them up.
Makes it work together.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, gels it a little bit.
It shakes it up.
It does because there is a difference, and I know it's watered down, but
sure.
There's still that whiskey taste, but it's just maybe a little.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I heard this at the Bushmills distillery in Ireland, oldest Irish whiskey distillery in the world. And the tour guide, they pour you a neat Bushmills at the end. They pour it neat. But he goes around and he puts at least 3 drops of water out of a dropper in there, and he was the one that explained, like, watch the whiskey. If you don't think that it has an effect, he's like, it's actual chemistry. Watch it.
Yeah,
it opens it up and it will change the flavor of it in a positive way. He goes, you think, oh, that'll water it down. He goes, we're talking about 3 drops of water. It's been in a barrel for 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah. put 3 drops in there, it really opens it up and it makes it taste. They claim that it accentuates the flavor. And I mean, I guess I might have been bought into another marketing scheme that gets me every time. But like, you can see it when you put water in, you'll see it move around.
And it's not much like I like it with just a tiny bit of water.
Look, dude,
now, I do like it on ice.
Well, look, I mean, that was a full bottle of water. That's how much water is in there. I mean,
not even hardly a cap full.
It opens it up. I mean, I'm not trying to water it down and drink whiskey and water. I'm drinking bourbon on the rocks. Then as the ice melts, like you can see it happen. Like, let's say, just like with his, he didn't add water, but as that ice melts, you'll start seeing the same thing happen, and you can look in there, and
it's doing it.
Yeah,
and his is a different color. His is more of that amber,
right, and
all that. And yours is.
I put less ice in his than mine.
Yep,
and I however you like it, but I still am an advocate.
I am too. I like it that way.
Yeah. I think it opens it up real good.
Yep. Are you usually a neat drinker?
No. I'll take some cubes.
Now, what do you do? What do you do with scotch on the rocks?
I'll do on the rocks. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what kind of scotch do you like?
Johnny's my go-to.
Oh yeah, Johnny Walker. What label? Red, black.
On
green?
the casual drinker, yes.
Okay.
On the rare, very, very rare, not lately, blue.
Blue label.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's my absolute go-to.
Yeah.
But I don't drink it much. It's very expensive.
Not common, because it's I mean, you're committed to drink that if you decide to do that.
Yep.
But the blue's your favorite.
The blue's my favorite.
And you'll pour that over ice?
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Boy.
So what's a scotch compared to a bourbon?
To me, it tastes a lot hotter.
I would agree.
A lot more of a peaty flavor.
Yeah. Right. Yep. But
it also depends too if you get single malt or if you get the blended.
Yeah, sure. I mean, which do you prefer?
The blended.
Me too. I would find that to be closer to what I like. Like the single malt, man, is. I feel as though Scotch is an acquired taste that I've never acquired. Yeah. Like I've tried it and tried it and tried it. I don't hate it.
Right.
But I just it's like, man, I'm just not ready for that. My palate can't take it. I'm just more of a bourbon guy.
Yeah, out of like whiskey or bourbon, I'll do bourbon over whiskey. Like
sure.
Me and Jack don't get along.
Oh yeah, Tennessee whiskey. Yeah, it's too sweet.
Bourbon I can do, but Scotch is my number one.
Yeah. You obviously, if you're going Scotch, you don't like any sweetness.
Right.
So how many will you sit down and drink? Like when do you get real good and just stuffed plumb full of Scotch?
I only have, if I'm sitting down having a good cigar, I'll just have about maybe 2.
2,
yeah.
And how often is that in here? Because you're working a ton.
Yeah, not often. Usually I'm gonna have a beer while I'm grilling.
Yeah.
Or playing cornhole or something.
That's what I've noticed about these cigars. I see you on. I follow you on stuff, and I've seen you. You've been a cigar guy for a while. But what I've noticed is, these cigars, if you're going to get into those, it's hard to be doing an activity.
It is.
Even grilling almost. Now grilling would go pretty well.
Yeah,
with
grilling and
grilling's not
meat,
bad.
Stuff like that. Yeah. I'll tell you, cigars are kind of just for sitting.
Yeah. It is.
It's kind of music.
It's kind of tough on the golf course.
And that's why I think
you're throwing it down. You're
well, and I find myself really enjoying a cigar more with like bourbon or to your point, Scotch, something like that, maybe as opposed to, maybe a heavy IPA or something. But I'm not really a big beer and cigar guy. I
don't mind this. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, well, I take that back. Scratch that from the record. Because I do enjoy it with beer.
I was going to say, I don't think I'd know you'd ever not enjoy it, Chad. That's not fool ourselves.
Yeah, scratch that from the record. Yeah, it's not like I got to have bourbon to have a cigar. Not at all.
But it's good to sit down, relax with a cigar and a Scotch or bourbon.
It is.
Because you get all the flavor changes.
Oh, totally.
Depending on the kind of cigar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and then, Pudge and I were talking before. I'll tell you another good thing is a morning cigar with coffee on the weekend. You pour yourself a nice cup of coffee and light one up. I'll tell you,
I've got friends that do that.
That can be very relaxing.
I'm sure. That'd be hard to get up from.
You'd want to go on a more of a darker cigar to go with your coffee.
Yeah, a Maduro.
Probably.
Yeah. How you like that mild?
Oh, I like it. It must be a real tight rolled one too.
Oh yeah, it's burning good.
Yeah, that's that.
Monte Cristo doesn't mess around at all.
That's a nice one. Yeah, it's really smooth. Borderline. I mean, you could just inhale that thing.
He didn't walk in here
wondering.
Nah.
No, Cardiff
He
knows,
brought
don't
good
he?
stuff. Yeah, he did. He's not rolling in here with stuff that's not worth a shit.
So you're from Wisconsin?
No, I'm born and raised here in Jackson.
You okay? All right.
Yeah, my dad's side of the family is from Minnesota.
Minnesota. Well, I tell you what, man, I'm really glad they decided to come here. You know, what a facility. We don't have to get into all that, but man, you guys have really just built a huge deal. That's got to be cool for you.
It is.
Yeah, I'd say it does, because I mean, your grandpa started that, right?
Great uncle.
Great uncle. Okay, wow. That's amazing though, to be a part of that.
To see where it came from back then to where it is now. Yeah,
how did he get here? Where was he, I guess?
He had the initial factory in Duluth.
Okay.
And then he
Duluth, Minnesota.
And then he had moved it down here into what is now the General Mills facility in
back when it was
Wellston.
Geno's.
Back in
Geno's
Wellston.
Pizza Roll.
Okay.
Yep. And then he was bought out by R.J. Reynolds then, and then he transitioned here 8 miles away to Jackson when the old Globe Iron facility furnace opened up.
Okay. So, I mean, but what brought him to Ohio?
Workforce?
It's
available workforce?
I think he got some potential kickbacks on tax breaks.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Kickbacks is a strong word.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was probably
tax
some
abatements.
or some pros.
Oh,
you know, they're doing that right now. I guess that's according to Joe Rogan. They're doing that in California and Texas now. Everybody's leaving California.
Right.
You know, and
Florida.
That's why Florida's the snowbird.
When states decide to grow like that, man, I mean, you entice business with those tax abatements.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And a willing workforce. Huh.
That's what do you know when that was? That was in what, 50s, 60s maybe?
No, well, so he brought it down here. He had it used to be a Chungking. Mm-hmm. Is when he first started here, and that he did bean sprouts and that kind of stuff, and then transitioned that to in the late 80s, 90s.
Okay.
Into what was then Michelina's and Louis Geno's.
Okay, all right, man. I tell you what, an interesting story, man. It's just a huge. It's kept the wheels turning around here, and we stay away from political stuff, but I mean, throughout the years that's been here, and it's just been great for the community.
Well, I mean, I think it's the largest employer in Jackson County.
It is the single largest in Jackson County.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's it's amazing how much of the world's food came from there, or comes from there.
Yep.
I mean, how many food cases a day do you know?
Our pizza rolls. We do over 2 million pizza rolls a day, and we make about 2 million entrees a day.
Wow. And that's going global.
Yeah.
Correct.
Everything, every entrees you're buying, all comes from here.
Yeah.
Anything that has the brand on it, it's made right here.
Right here.
Huh.
And that's all over the globe.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's a huge scale. That's a major scalable business right there. That's huge. Well, congrats, man. So how you like it?
I'm enjoying it.
You're enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, did you leave here for a while?
I did. So it was 2004. I left and went back to Duluth until about 2008.
Okay.
And then came back.
Okay. Yeah. Did you enjoy Duluth? Was
I
was
love
it cold?
You know what? I enjoy it.
Well, you guys still make trips up there a lot.
I was just there last month.
And
then my son and I, we've taken a yearly vacation the last 4 years up to Duluth in the summertime.
Oh, okay.
And I took him up last Christmas to have him truly experience what a true winter was.
Yeah.
And you get snow knee deep.
We think we got
temperatures. Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh,
so you like it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm built for it. That cold don't bother me.
Yeah. How cold does it get?
Oh, so the colder months is more of your January to March.
Yeah.
And you're lucky to even hit 0 before wind chill.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, I was there. I was in Minneapolis, making, for work, doing business calls at the Mayo Clinic. That is the coldest I've ever been in my life. I mean, they have tunnels underground for to get around. For the most part. But like, dude, if
probably
you're
better than the snow.
that wind,
It's just wicked.
I mean, dude, I couldn't take it. Like, I thought I was going to cry. I had to walk like 15 minutes.
It gets you right to the bone.
Oh my God! And I'll tell you, Michigan can compete. I mean, I've seen both of those, but like, I gotta put Minneapolis a little bit. It was a touch more miserable. And what I always the thing that dawned on me is, man, these folks, like, man, they're like, hey, here it is, man. They're walking around like those Russian hats and shit. They're dressed for it. It's like, hey, man, let's go. You know?
Yeah.
This don't bother us.
Didn't bother them a bit. And I'm like, my God, I mean, I'm from Ohio. It's not like I'm from Florida or California or something here. I mean,
I've never been there. I'd like to go there.
It's nice.
I had a real good friend from there in college, and he was big into fishing.
Oh, they have. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't call it
Lakes.
10,000 lakes for nothing.
And that's what he was. He just came here, and he was so disappointed because he would say, "Pudge, no,
you didn't like Hammertown or what?"
Well,
man?
This was over at OU. We'd go fish Strouds and Snowden and
Lake
those
Logan.
Yeah. He's like, I'm used to fishing for smallies, man. Like, come on, he was a basketball player. Shout out Jeff Halbert if you ever talked to Jeff. But yeah, it was. My dad's a big fisherman, and it's amazing how bad it is here compared to like up there.
Yeah, up there, you take your bucket, you drill a hole in the ice, and you go to town all night long, all day long.
Yeah, and you're catching fish.
And you're catching fish.
Yeah, I mean, it's anywhere you go, basically, right? Anywhere you go. I mean, that's what he said.
Yeah, I love getting up there and getting some fresh walleye. It's fantastic.
What's the population of Minnesota?
It's a pretty big state. But population-wise, I don't.
It's
know
not.
It's
I mean, I think
Ohio.
Columbus has got a higher population than what Minneapolis does.
You on that, Tyler?
Yeah.
Tyler's on it.
Yeah, I don't
Minneapolis,
think
St. Paul is not nearly population-wise
Uh-huh.
of what Columbus is.
It's not. Oh wow, huh? I would have thought it was.
Yeah.
Columbus is a big deal though. In the United States.
Ohio is more densely populated than a lot of them. I mean, there's a lot of land mass there, man, and that's same way as Michigan, man. Try driving across Michigan, up and down it, and
up
same
to the
with
UP.
Minnesota, like
biggest.
I
I had a great conversation today, and we talked about the biggest state, Texas.
Oh, Texas.
That'd be a monster to drive across. Can you imagine that?
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus, that'd be awful.
Well, it feels bigger when you're down there, man.
It really does.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah.
It does feel bigger. Huh. I've never been up in there. Now, you've traveled up in there some. That was kind of your territory there for a while, wasn't it?
Michigan?
Yeah.
Still
Well, Michigan. Is it?
Yeah. Now, Minnesota, I was just, that was just in my past life there with that. I was there occasionally.
Yeah. Is Minnesota, is it like, would you compare it to like a Colorado as far as lifestyle?
I have not been anything west of Minnesota.
Okay.
I've been almost every state east.
Yeah.
And south.
What kind of lifestyle would you compare it to? Tennessee?
No, it's being up in
cold?
Duluth, it's cold, but they have that saying, Minnesota nice. It's just everything's all laid back up there.
Yeah. But I mean, are they hunting?
They hunt.
Yeah.
You name it, they're hunting it.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of game. There's probably moose up there.
Moose. Yep. Yeah. You hit a moose with the truck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your
You're
truck's
done.
totaled.
You're done.
The moose is laughing at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They told us that in Alaska.
the moose isn't even dead.
No.
That's what they told us whenever we went to Alaska. They were like, "Hey, this ain't like white-tailed deer. You hit one of these, and you may die."
Yeah, right. And they won't.
No, they're going to laugh at you. And snowmobiling, they've got all kinds of state paths up and down the highways.
Oh, yeah, that's the way Alaska was. Alaska had a whole lane over off to the side for just snowmobiles down the highway.
Yep.
It gets that way in Michigan. I'll tell you what, man, it scared me. We were driving up there in bad weather in Michigan one time, and these people were on snow machines or snowmobiles just driving right beside you and just shooting across the road and stuff, and you're like, what the hell is going on here?
I can see you.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What's the population of it?
St. Paul in 2018 was 307,000.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. How I tell you what I like to do: figure out the square mileage of Minnesota, and then do the population. Ohio.
You got your calculator over there, Tyler?
Yeah, yeah. You look at the square mileage of it because I think Ohio's like I can't remember what Ohio is.
86,000
Square feet or square miles?
square miles for Minnesota.
See what Ohio is now.
44.
44. So it's half the size, and our population is what 3 million.
Compare the two populations.
Yeah, and then you'd see. I like to see. That tells me how much space you got.
You got lots of even the farther north. The farther north you go in Minnesota, the more space
you have. Yeah, that I didn't realize that. I'm just kind of used to Ohio. Not that I haven't been different places, but everywhere that I've really been has been just pretty populated.
Yep.
And whenever I went to Alaska, I just noticed, man, it was really nice. You really just had a lot of room.
You do. Man, it's wide open.
There's wide open spaces there. It's yeah, that Dixie Chick song just popped in my head.
I was gonna say, man, we're singing the Dixie Chick.
Now the population of Ohio is 11.6
Yeah,
million.
yeah. Hell, Columbus is 3 million. Wasn't that thing?
Population of Minnesota 5.6 million.
Yes, half the size, twice the state.
Yeah.
Half the population, twice the state.
The density, population.
So that
density,
would that be 4 times as spacey?
Well, hell yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. That's what in Ohio. It seems like even some of the southern Ohio areas, you'll see higher populations, like out in the woods. We're especially around where we live. You really don't get to. You're not going to go too far, too many times, and not see something. A road,
right.
It's pretty choppy.
Right.
You get out in some of those places, and they're just mammoth areas.
Well, they've got so many lakes there.
Yeah.
And
everywhere you look, there's something. There's somewhere to hit.
Well, and then Duluth, you're right there on Superior.
Which it was always when we were kids, we traveled there all the time.
Yeah.
And we were always told as kids, if you go down by the lake, always take a jacket because it's always 20 degrees cooler down the hill by the lake. Because where Duluth is, up on the hill is where the mall and everything is, and the universities.
Yeah.
You go down a big hill to the lake, and you're 20 degrees shot in difference in temperature.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
And then if the wind's blowing off the lake,
yeah,
you're going to feel
Superior,
it.
man. That thing.
Yeah.
All the Great Lakes are huge.
Yeah, Superior,
inland oceans. Man, it's Superior.
Yeah, it's massive.
Well, and it's deep, and like the cold up around that thing is for real.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd want to risk the cold.
Y'all need to go up there and go fishing up in Superior.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. But I'm just realizing I don't like the cold.
If you go in the summer, typically July, August, it's nice.
It's nice.
It's 80s.
Yeah.
No humidity.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Now I went to Florida this summer in July. That ain't my thing either.
No.
Humid,
hot,
insects.
Yep.
I feel like maybe Utah might be calling my
name. Oh, buddy, have you been there?
No, but I want to hook up.
One
with
of
Monty.
the best. Yeah, one of the best climates on earth. There,
I want
buddy.
Monty to take me elk hunting.
Well, all you got to do is call him and pay him. Probably.
That's fine. Yeah. I want to go.
He will do it. Yeah, and he loves it, dude. And let me tell you something. I would say, from what I know about Monty. You'll get one.
From judging from the pictures that man posts, yeah,
mule deer or an elk.
I think that's cool as hell.
Yeah. But it gets pretty cold there too in the winters. But and you
in
go
certain
in the
spots,
mountains, you go in the mountains. But I'll tell you what, that is the most mild weather I've ever been exposed to. You go out there in the middle of the summer. It's beautiful. It's warm. But look at you.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Keeping your ash nice.
It is not. There are no insects. No humidity.
Yeah.
And it's not like Arizona, no humidity.
Never been
it's
there.
still like hotter than hell. Like Vegas and Arizona. Like you're in the middle of a desert. So like it's hot. It's dry heat. But don't buy into that dry heat.
Yeah. It's still hot.
It's hotter than hell. Utah is just. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Well, if you're fans of mosquitoes, in Minnesota. That's the unofficial state bird.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no
those
kidding.
things get huge.
Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of that, but
Yeah.
we deal with those here.
Yeah,
I mean,
we deal with those here.
I mean, Ohio, like, honestly, we've lived with it. We've grown up with it. We probably got, like, the worst. Whether, like, because, but the thing is,
we got 6 and 6.
well, we get to experience get to experience it all.
Oh,
I mean, like, we get hot, humid ass summers.
And you can get all that sometimes in 1 week.
Oh yeah, I mean, no doubt.
Yeah.
And same in the spring and the fall, like when it's trying to change,
I don't like doing
it does or doesn't. Oh man, look at you. I mean, look at this.
Oh, why would you do that? That's just going to make a mess.
No,
That's just going to make a mess.
all you got to do is blow it right off the table or whatever. Just let it go. It makes it taste so good.
It does.
Which, by the way, Josh hooked me up with an Ave Maria here, and I had never tried one of these. It's an Argentum, obviously a Maduro. Mm-hmm. Very good.
Yep.
How do you like that Romeo?
You know what? The Romeo Reserve you gave me?
Yeah.
It is. I like Romeos too.
Yeah, I do too.
I haven't had this one, and I'm really enjoying it, especially with the bourbon I haven't had.
How'd you like that?
You know what? It's
1792?
really smooth.
Yeah, it is.
It
very
really
smooth.
is.
Yeah, it is.
It was a splash of water. It's even smoother.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
you're getting the ice. So
the ice is
you're-
starting to melt.
You're getting right in the sweet spot.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
where I like mine right
It's
there. Where yours
really
is at.
good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good bourbon. I mean, it's not like I've been raiding my my cabinet here at home. I've been bringing stuff up, and this one I'd been sitting on that for a little bit, but it's I like it. I mean, listen, I'm the guy. That's not. Don't by any means think that that's like some kind of expensive. That's probably a $30 bottle of bourbon.
Yeah.
Just about like at Cooper's or Buffalo Trace or something like that. But it's a good change up.
Buffalo Trace has been the best I've had.
Oh, dude, it's. I mean, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
But this is right in that category. Yeah. Most of the ones I like and keep on hand taste the same, or pretty close.
I still have a bottle of Jameson that you got me from.
Yeah. You like that?
I haven't even opened it yet.
Oh, do you like Irish?
I haven't had one.
It's not even my favorite Irish whiskey. Bushmills is my favorite.
Jameson's has got
You've never had an Irish whiskey?
I haven't.
Oh my goodness!
You've never went into a bar and had like a shot of Jameson and a Guinness?
Not that I can
with a pickle juice back.
Yeah.
soberly remember. No.
Oh. Well, I can see you never
I
sat
think
down and enjoyed
No,
one.
listen, you got that Jameson from somebody else. I got you a Bushmills.
No, the Bushmills. That's right. Bushmills.
Yeah, that's Bushmills.
That's right.
It's a lot smoother.
I gave a buddy
in
of
my
mine a
opinion.
Jameson because he's a big Jameson guy.
Yeah.
But Bushmills, I haven't cracked it yet.
Yeah, hey, enjoy. It's pretty.
So I'm going to need
smooth.
to. I got some steaks I need to grill soon. That I'm gonna try and enjoy that.
Heck, you could probably drink that and eat if you're a Scotch drinker.
Yeah,
it's pretty smooth.
How you how you cook your steak?
Medium rare.
Well, I mean, how do you cook it? What are you cooking it on?
Oh, charcoal.
Charcoal.
I charcoal only.
Okay.
He doesn't mess around with gas.
No.
Okay.
No,
All
charcoal only. I'll throw some hickory chips on it.
What you like to season it up,
yeah.
or you just salt and pepper?
No, I like that McCormick's Montreal steak seasoning.
Oh yeah.
See, to me, a guy like me, I think that's ruining it.
No, really.
I'm going. I want to taste that beef. Now, I'm kind of in the cow world to an extent, as far as I like it. I like the cow. I like the cow business.
Right.
I'm not really necessarily in it, but I toy around with them on my horses, and so I like to pay attention to the actual
Well, now this
beef.
is an interesting conversation here. You're straight salt and pepper.
I'm a salt and pepper.
I'm
and
not
I look,
against that.
And I look for the marble.
Yep.
Yeah,
The marble's very important to me.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I'm really been.
So you
diving
let
in.
it flavor itself.
Yes, that's
more or
the
less.
idea.
I mean, that's,
yeah.
Now, do you like cooking it on charcoal or
My
propane,
favorite.
or do you like to sear it? And put
My favorite thing that I really love to do, and I did it at the Men Who Cook last year at the YMCA, is I like to cook over an open fire.
Oh,
And I have a cast iron outdoor set, or a cast iron set.
Yeah, sure.
And I used to love to go to horse shows, and that's how I'd cook.
Well, now I got a question for you as far as that, like cooking over an open fire. I've seen a lot of that,
Yep.
and it intrigues me.
Yep.
Do you get the flavoring from the fire? Because you're putting it on a cast iron, right? But then does the smoke come over top of that? Like, do you get any kind of a smoke flavoring from the fire?
Goes back to chemistry.
Okay.
Right? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because, you've got your outside temperature that your steak is staying versus cooking up from the bottom. You got to flip it.
Yep, right.
A lot of it's going to depend on your skillet.
Yes.
Okay.
How's that thing seasoned?
Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll sear it on the. I've got a grate, so I'll sear it on the grate and do it that way. But
and then put it in the
just
cast
mainly for just mess purposes. I really like a steak on a cast iron skillet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so do you? But you put it over the open flame on a grate before you put it in.
No, I cook it on the cast iron skillet and then I'll sear it.
Okay.
Just to give it the marks.
Okay.
On the fire.
On the grate at the end. Yeah. So you do get a little bit of that wood smoked flavor on there.
Yeah.
Which I think would be closer to charcoal.
Right.
As far as.
That's just how I like to cook.
Right.
And I like the flavor of it. Now, so if you're think about it. Now, here's my problem with that. I'm not arguing. We're talking
it's back
steaks.
to preference.
Yes, back to preference. Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem that I had with the charcoal was I thought everything tasted like lighter fluid.
All right, man.
Okay.
Squirrel
break. I thought everything tasted like lighter fluid.
Yeah.
And I got to where I didn't like that, so I thought the open fire I liked it. Now, truth be known, at the house, I'm firing up a gas grill real quick, and doing it that way.
Well, for quickness, a gas grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday, football's on.
Right.
Especially in the winter.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't like to do it in the winter.
Yeah,
I love to do it in the winter.
For me, grilling is all year long.
Yeah. Yeah. I get into it pretty good. I do a lot more of it in the wintertime, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Oh, I mean,
usually working or doing something outside. I don't know.
Right.
You got a pool?
I don't.
I think if I had a pool, I'd be dangerous at it. I feel like I would make time. Like if you're going to have a nice pool, you about have to.
You gotta have a nice barbecue area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So you like barbecue then?
Yeah.
You actually like to do the barbecue.
So on Sundays we have a family fun day Sunday. Mm-hmm. So every Sunday we get the family together at Dad's, and Dad will grill.
Really?
Yeah, and he's got one of the big green eggs he'll smoke.
Okay.
We'll do turkeys. We'll do brisket. We'll do a pork shoulder, and we'll do some pulled pork.
So you're there from the start to finish.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, some of those things, man, will take 10 hours.
Right. So Dad sometimes will start them at night.
And
then smoke it all night long, and have a timer or something set, and occasionally every couple hours go check the temp, make sure it's all good.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you like? What temperature you guys like?
You want low and slow, 225, 250.
Yeah, 212, 215, somewhere.
Are we still on the steaks?
Well, no, we're just talking about smokers.
Barbecuing in general.
Barbecuing in general, yeah. I like it. I like them all. I tell you what,
I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
You here? Drink one of these. I probably won't drink them.
Huh?
You want one of these? I'll drink that one. You drink one of these.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, what I really like is I like just the meat with just salt and pepper, and I think it's all about how you cook it. And I liked it. Shout out, I know we said this many times, but the Charrington beef that I had the other day.
Yeah, you've said that's
my neighbor,
unbelievable.
I was not a fan of grass-fed beef, and I want to bring somebody in here and talk to them about beef quality.
Well, now wait a minute. Let's go there a little bit. Grass-fed beef. You were not a fan. What did you notice? Did it have a? What was the flavor on that?
Most of the time, I thought it was tough.
Really?
Because there's not a lot of fat in it.
Right.
I mean, it's just pretty lean stuff. Which you're going to get a little tougher. Anytime it's lean, it's going to be tough.
Oh, heck yeah.
And
and you lose some of that flavoring from the fat.
From the fat.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of it.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fat.
Yep.
And I tell you, I know.
Now, see, I would think you would have to, or if you were going to go grass-fed, wouldn't you want to work towards maybe a little bit more seasoning, like a rub or a marinade or something?
I hate to even talk about this because I feel like everybody's going to say, "But you ate that guy. Just shut up."
Okay, no, bring it.
Okay, so I've really been
because
trying.
let's say it. Hey, nobody is wrong.
No, nobody's wrong.
They like
Nobody's
their
wrong.
steak.
Nobody's
Yeah,
wrong. Yeah,
yeah.
it's how you like it. I have really, really, really changed my eating.
Right. Here recently.
And here in the last, Well, for a while, I've been paying attention to what I eat.
Sure.
This time I've added exercise and,
Right.
and really paid attention to what I eat.
But like even previous to that, like you've watched the way you've cooked things and
no, I've watched the style of food that I'm sticking in my body.
Okay.
You know, I went through a stage where I just there for a while. I figured everything out there was causing cancer or something.
So did you think the grass-fed beef is going to be the way to go?
It depends on if they've treated that field with Roundup or.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, because really,
how do you know?
Yeah, right.
And I tell you, whenever I had my dad, whenever he got diagnosed with cancer,
sure,
I really got ate up with thinking about
clean food.
Well, or what you're putting in your body. You know, if it's just like a vehicle, if you stick a bunch of shit down your gas tank, odds are that vehicle's not going to run very good.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It may still run.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're not putting clean oil in there and
clean gas, clean fuel, it's going to run like shit.
Yeah.
And the same way with what you're putting your body through, if you're in the salt and everything all day, that thing's going to rust up on you, you know, and you're going to get a little spread of something. Right. And, kind of the same way with us. If you're in the sun, don't get, like I said, this is just, how guys think. Okay. So I'm just thinking this stuff. So yeah, I just started paying attention to what I eat, and this time though I've paid attention to what I eat as far as quantity, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, where before it was more about what kind of quality.
But like when you're talking about seasoning your steaks, are you saying, look, man, like if I'm putting a marinade on there, there's probably a hell of a lot of salt and
sodium,
bad stuff. In that marinade.
I want to taste what that beef is.
Right.
I want to taste what that beef is supposed to be. Like, and you got to know the cuts. You got to know where that beef came from,
Right. See, my wife is a big fan. Like, she just likes it with salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't like, but now she's recently, like, I've tried some different, I do different things with steak.
It's always good to try
like
to change it up.
There are times when I'll go straight salt and pepper. I don't hate that at all.
No.
But I don't know if have you guys ever heard of Dale's seasoning?
Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm telling you, man, it's a marinade that you can do that with chicken. You can do it with steaks. Man, that stuff's strong. It's good.
Yeah.
Now, what it will do is probably somewhat cover the quality of the beef you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it may.
Have you ever had bad beef? No, and there's no really bad. I'm just saying, have you ever had meat that you were like, man, there's just something that meat wasn't very good?
Yeah, well, some steaks are better than others, but I've got to be honest with you. My palate isn't defined enough to say. Well, no, listen. When you've got a quality piece, a quality cut versus one that's lower quality.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, you can look at them in a store.
I've been buying lately, like I like to buy, if I'm going to put it on the grill, like I'm buying a thick cut.
Yeah, get all thick ribeye.
Yeah.
Those chuck eyes we were getting were really good. You know where that comes from?
No.
Around the neck.
Is that where that is?
Yeah, it's down there around the bottom.
There's a lot of fat in that, and I'll tell you what. I had never, prior to you saying that, I don't think I had ever tried that cut of beef. And I was telling you about the tri-tips. If you're looking for like a low fat content one, man, but still pretty good flavor.
Dad did a tri-tip a couple weeks ago, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Really?
Now, have you guys ever eaten a lot of flank steak?
Oh yeah.
And flat iron?
They're going to be a little tougher.
Yep. Yeah, but they're pretty thin. Yep. You slice them off. Like with those, when I serve that, I slice it and serve people, maybe 4 or 5 slices of that off there with like a horseradish.
Yeah.
Or something.
A little garnish there.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I think that makes it taste a little better. That's a little more like the prime rib.
I got to get on my deer. I need to go kill a deer. I want to make beef jerky out of deer jerky.
I'm hoping. I was thinking maybe you'd come up with the way of serving some venison. Maybe some tenderloin or something.
Oh yeah, I'll get us some.
My Uncle Gino.
Yeah.
He when he would get a big full tenderloin.
Uncle
from the
Gino,
steak.
that son bitch doesn't know anything about food.
Right. Nothing. Nothing.
He's
at all.
only fed the world. Yeah.
So when we would up there and we would grill steaks, he would buy the full tenderloin.
Gentlemen,
Look at you.
That's
Gentlemen.
about to bacon.
It's about to fall.
no.
Oh yeah, she's
Dude, I'll take her all the way to
it's tilting
the
on you.
first. I probably better eliminate this.
the label.
Yeah, this one.
But he would buy
Sorry.
the full tenderloin from one of his local restaurant in Duluth.
Oh yeah.
And he would
This
before
is
anything.
ridiculous.
Okay, he would cut the end of it off, cold raw before the grill, and he would eat it. And that's how he would judge
What?
if he's
Cold
going
raw?
Cold raw. He would cut the end of it off,
Yeah.
and he would eat it just to make sure he knew
One
the
bite?
quality of beef he was getting. And if he
Oh,
didn't
you
like
could
it,
tell by that. That's how you would tell.
and if he didn't
But
like
I
it,
mean, raw?
he will throw that $100 tenderloin in the trash
Yeah.
right in front of you.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
I don't
But he
see
would
anything
cut-
wrong
he'd
with
cut
that. I
a
mean, you're
little
just
nub
eating muscle. I mean, the only thing you're really, whenever you're cooking it, is you're killing anything living.
Disease. Yeah,
or anything like that. But I mean,
Yeah, something lays on it. But like he could tell, like
Oh, yeah.
he would just throw a slice of it.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, man, the way I really like a steak or any kind of beef is just maybe a step above that.
yeah.
I do not like to overcook it, man.
No.
I like it.
If I'm
rare
eating
as can
wild,
be.
I do.
What's that?
If I'm eating wild,
Well, see, no, I don't do a lot of that. I've not cooked a lot of venison or something like that. Like,
and the reason being,
do you want that well done, or
Yeah.
do you cook at like a steak?
No, I
like-
try to cook it. I try to cook my venison.
Now, why is that?
Well, I mean,
Is it dangerous to eat that rare?
I'm gonna tell you something down here in Appalachia.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks out there that their septic or whatever maybe leaches down into a creek behind their house,
That's a good
and
point.
that feeds a water source.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that it's
Controversial.
yeah, but I'm just saying
you don't know what's in that meat.
Yeah. Welcome to Appalachia, Ohio.
yeah.
So-
I mean,
so
there's a
what
lot of
you're-
them. There's a lot of them like that.
So what you're saying is like, if you kill a deer, you don't trust it to eat it rare, because I think like in restaurants when they serve venison, you order essentially like a steak, right? That's not like pork.
I don't think that if you're a restaurant you can serve venison.
Oh, they're out there, dude. Yeah, you're high end ones. man.
No, nope.
No, I think the only place you can go is at Ted's will do buffalo.
Yeah,
But that's-
you
I-
can't see. That's why,
no.
like reindeer or caribou are called reindeer. A caribou is a fenced-in, raised,
Yeah.
farm raised caribou.
Well, now, guys, I swear you can get venison on a menu at places.
Not legally.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So I think,
But but what is, so would that essentially be like pork? Like pork, you don't order pork rare. You know what I mean? Like you cook it till it's done. And venison, you kind of use that same rule. Like it's well done.
Yeah.
Before you're eating that.
Now, yeah, I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, I'm not going. You're not going to get it out crispy, but I at least want to make sure.
yeah, you don't want to eat shoe leather.
No,
It's not pink in the middle. Is
no,
what you're
not by
telling
any
me.
means.
Yeah,
but
okay.
it's barely. I'll take it to the point that it's just cooked,
Yeah.
and that
Okay,
way I know
yeah.
it's cooked.
You're not going to overcook it.
Very, very, very seldom are you ever going to bite into a big old juicy piece of venison.
Okay. Yeah.
Typically, I
Right.
mean, I don't give a damn what anybody tells
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
There's some more tender things to eating deer and stuff.
Yeah.
Those things are one big muscle, man. They
Yeah,
climb these
yeah.
Appalachian hills
Yeah,
all
it's
the time.
dry,
They're
pretty
jumping
dry
fences.
meat.
Yeah.
Unless you're soaking that tenderloin in barbecue sauce.
See, now
Yeah.
that's
You've
the
ate a
thing.
lot of deer. Am I not right on that?
You are correct.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is probably when you're cooking venison, like you are seasoning it.
No.
Oh, you'll
Salt
go
and
salt and
pepper.
pepper there.
No,
Salt
I mean
and pepper?
you can. Oh, I'll salt and pepper 'em. Yeah, but I'm not going to
I
douse
think
it all
okay,
up.
Okay.
No,
I think
mean,
my mom and my ex stepdad then he used to do like garlic salt to kind of help hide the wild
or a
gamey.
lemon pepper
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, look, there's a lot of people that don't like the wild game
Right.
taste. I'll be honest with you, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Oh, you want it to be gamey as hell.
Not too gamey, but I mean, I like to taste it some.
Okay.
I mean, man, I tell you what, I'm an honest believer. After this deal, whatever you put down your throat, that's how you're going to feel. And I swear I'm not trying to act like I'm Miss Jack LaLanne, but man, what a difference.
Well, I mean, there's zero question about that.
I mean,
you eat garbage, you're going to feel like garbage. I mean, how could you expect different?
Never in my life have I put my body through the since high school sports that I've put it through here in the last month or 2 months.
Yeah.
And bouncing back, recovering like a champ.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this though: Are you finding yourself getting fatigued with the same menu?
Yeah, boy, it was nice
because you're
today.
eating a lot of the same things.
I was eating 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of steak a day.
And eggs and it was all the same stuff.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself getting fatigued by that, or is that really what you need? Hey, you're eating to live, not living to eat.
I got to where I look forward to it. No different than your cigar. I look forward to 6 or 7 o'clock. I was going to have my dinner, and I learned that from Tyler. Tyler's he's expert in that, but I loved it, and I'm still going to stay with the fasting.
You don't miss variety.
Not really. No, but I wasn't that guy, man. I'm really plain. I'm a plain
You
guy.
wouldn't change it up and throw a chicken on the grill or something?
Oh, yeah. Now, see, the first, it's funny, the first 2 weeks that I was on this thing, my wife, God love her, she was making me a ton of chicken, and it was delicious chicken.
Yeah.
Man,
you got tired of
about 5 days in a row, and I told her, I said, babes, I've got to get some red meat.
I think that chicken is the death of 90% of diets.
It could be. Man, and I have chickens.
But I love chicken. I love chicken. But what I've found is there's only so many ways you can make it not fried.
Yeah. Yeah.
To where it's tasty.
Do you ever have chickens out the house?
You got your own chickens?
Oh yeah.
How many you got? How many head? How many head?
I've run 100.
How many head of cob?
Now you're not one of those guys that will allow their chickens to run around freely across the street. Are you really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
my neighbors do too.
Do wolves eat your chicken?
Yeah, I had. I've lost probably over the years. I've probably lost.
Are you feeding yourself or are you feeding the neighborhood dogs?
I've probably lost 15 to vulture or to other carnivores.
Yeah. They're like, God damn, that chicken looks good. Yeah.
But man, if you ever had chickens, and you saw how they lived, I don't know.
You start questioning.
I don't know how healthy it can be, boys. Them some bitches eat anything.
So it makes you a little nervous.
Shit, they'll eat pebbles of rocks.
So it's kind of like eating a guinea. I mean, do they live the same life?
I've never had a guinea.
Guineas.
I've never had a guinea. I mean, they'll go into.
I've never heard of anybody eating a guinea.
They'll go into the horse shit in the barn and just peck around on it and They'll eat the leftover feed from it, the pellets, and then they're going out and they're eating a tick. Now I will say they eliminated the tick population.
They're eating shit.
They'll eat the grain,
out of the shit,
like a peanut, like a human peanut. They'll eat the human peanut. Yeah, they'll eat that peanut out of shit.
Wow. Hey, how about some chicken?
Yeah, I'll tell you. You ask anybody that's ever raised chickens, they'll tell you.
So what keeps them around? Because they know they're going to get fed?
Man, them some bitches come back like clockwork.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
They're creatures of habit.
I had a rooster for a while too, and he'd wake you up every morning.
I kind of like it. That's
neighbors hated. Yeah, they liked it. Bill liked it. Yeah.
But you know what, man? I mean, you think about that, like those chickens.
Shout out Bill for putting up with my chickens and my dogs and my horses and my donkeys.
Here go these chickens. Yeah,
Bill Adams, good dude.
I mean, you think about the size of the brain on one of them things.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I mean,
they got a 3-pound brain or a 3-pound body in a
1 ounce, 2 ounces.
Oh, if that. I mean, just a morsel of a brain.
Yeah. But by God, they follow a routine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, you've ruined me on them though.
I mean,
no, like
I'm just telling you, it's nasty birds.
Now, did you ever you ever come home on Sunday and be like, well, we're having chicken for dinner, and got there and just chop the head off of one?
There's many times I thought about it.
Just chop the head off of one.
They're filthy.
Pudge.
But they are. They'll shit all over the place. I mean, that rooster.
They're filthy.
I mean, I couldn't. The
Chickens
rooster,
are filthy.
The rooster was just. I mean, he was a different ball game. He liked to roost in the barn.
Okay.
And just shit all down everything. And I mean, I was like, come on, man, every day. And I mean,
did you just finally go out there and shoot him?
No, something got him.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard one night.
You didn't mourn?
No. No.
He jumped for joy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
finally.
Somebody got that son bitch.
Well, you know, I mean, it wasn't a big deal. It's, fight your.
Hey,
your
life
own
on the
risk.
farm. Life on the farm is tough.
The barn's never been cleaner since.
That's right. I wasn't going to replace him, but so I built a new coop. I don't know if did you see that?
Yeah.
So I built a new
All right,
coop.
now wait a minute. The eggs got to be good, right?
Yeah, I'm not into eggs yet. I've got a whole. The rooster was my last
Well,
one.
what are you guys doing with them chickens? Eating them? Or?
No, the animals get them and they die. They get hit by cars.
But see,
or
you've
whatever.
never really sat down to a meal.
I've never ate one.
Courtesy
of
of your chicken.
No, I haven't. I know a lot of eggs.
You have eaten eggs.
Oh God,
Courtesy.
we
your
were
chickens.
getting 2 years ago. We were getting probably 2-3 dozen eggs.
Well, see,
a day.
Now that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
You ever try to eat 2-3 dozen
Well,
eggs
hell
a day?
no.
You'll
I
get
mean,
to the
I-
point where you can't
Dude,
stand an egg.
I
Bud.
don't know. See, I'm back to my. I go back to my mushroom hunting.
Yeah.
At Kroger's. Same thing with eggs.
Me and Wooten's
I
going
go
around
out
the
there.
lake
They always
Saturday.
got them, huh?
Me and Wooten's going out to the lake Saturday.
What,
We're going to
hunt mushrooms?
We're going to walk. Oh, I'm going to hunt mushrooms. We're going to hike all the way around Hammertown.
Now he doesn't know what a mushroom
No,
is.
he's
does he?
a rookie.
I'm not a mushroom guy.
Not a mushroom
No,
guy.
I'm not.
You don't even like them?
I don't like If mushrooms on a
man.
pizza or something,
Uh-huh.
you know what? I've gotten to the point where I'll muscle through it. When I was a kid,
Man,
don't
they
put
say-
mushrooms anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you try some of these mushrooms that these guys have, I mean, they don't even taste like mushrooms.
and I've heard
Josh.
that those morel mushrooms.
That
you
chicken
fry
of
them
the
up.
woods. That chicken of the woods, dude. That
was good.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I want to find some of that. If it's still out, it may be done.
How'd you get Douglas involved?
Well, he was supposed to go. He told me the other day he's been wanting to start exercising with me, and I saw him tonight on my run.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I think I'm gonna go around Hammertown Saturday. If you
Are you
want
guys going to run around it or just
hike?
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be a 10, 12 mile trip.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, it's
Easy.
pretty easy, and I know all
Is it
that.
pretty light hiking?
No, it's pretty good hiking. I mean, it's
Pretty stressful.
well, no, I mean it ain't like you're going down in cliffs or nothing.
Yeah, I
like
couldn't.
that.
You wouldn't get much elevation gains out there. would you?
No, but you're in and out of you're in and out of just little tiny hollers. All of them's feeding that lake.
Will you be hard? Breathing gets hard.
No. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, you might. I
For
don't know.
me, it would. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. There's some hills out there. There's some
Yeah.
good sized hills out there. Not long hills, but straight up hills.
Straight up.
Yeah, a lot of those. But it's a great area. Great area to go do that.
I want to do that sometime. I'd like to see that
You wanna
village.
go Saturday?
I want to see. No, I can't.
Saturday
I'd
morning?
like to see that village.
Well, I shouldn't necessarily call it a village. There's the old house foundation, and the well's still there.
See, I thought they buried all that stuff.
This was out in the woods. This is in the woods. You're talking about what was in the lake.
Yeah. All right. How far away from the lake is that?
Not very far.
What side?
You'd be more towards like the Jisco side.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
over in there. Yeah, it's just you just have to see it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's I'm out there all the time doing something.
Yeah,
I spend a lot of time
You
out
seem
the
to be
lake.
pretty familiar with that. You rode a lot of horses
Yeah.
out there, didn't you?
Yeah, there's lots of horse trails out there, right?
Oh, the beautiful. So I've rode all over the United States, and I'm not
Is
all
that
over,
one of
but
your favorite
It
trails to
doesn't get
ride?
any better, in my opinion.
Is that right?
No, I don't think it gets any better.
Have you ever brought people from some of those shows? Have you ever got them to go out and check that out?
Shows.
I'd be wondering what their
like,
opinion is. Some of the horse people you know. I call them horse people. I don't know.
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, the
I'm
horse
not-
shows.
Yeah,
Horse shows.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just-
Henderson's does. There's people that'll get a hold of Beth, and she'll send them out there. I mean,
Yeah, like, have you ever taken anybody out there?
I took Bo.
Did they think they liked it? Well, Bo, I mean, hell, he grew up here.
Yeah, I took Bo. I took
Does
Eddie.
Bo have a horse?
No.
Okay.
I took Eddie.
Okay.
I took Shane Brown. I've taken.
You've never taken me because I'd break your fucking horse down there.
You need a Clydesdale. I need a Clydesdale.
Yeah,
for
me
sure.
too.
No, I got
Yeah,
one
yeah.
to pack you around.
No, he'd be like, I can't do it.
You
To
got,
my
you got any
horse.
mules left that might be able to help me out?
We'll get you some.
I'd love to ride a mule around.
Would
that
you?
thing. Oh,
Have you ever rode a horse? Have you ever?
Yeah,
been on
I've
one?
rode one.
Have
Yeah,
you?
like
Have
I've
you?
been on little.
When I was a kid at the Bob Evans Farm Festival. Yeah.
Yeah, I've rode like
That's
little
it.
Like
trails.
that.
I've rode Bob Evans a few times. They always give me some
thank you,
big
guys.
old horse.
I miss, man. I had a meeting this morning with the guy, and he was one of my horse buddies, and I miss that. I truly do. It's the one thing right now in my life that I don't have that I miss.
Get after it.
Nah, I mean it's just one of them deals
just
where
doesn't fit
right
in
now
right
it just
now,
doesn't
right?
fit in, and you there with that?
Now,
how old's
what
your
are you
boy?
talking?
He's 6.
What are you talking about?
He's 6. Yeah,
missing?
he's a year younger than Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
He's 6. So I knew he was right there close to.
Yep.
Which schools he go to?
Westview.
He goes to Westview.
Man, I'll tell you what, that kid can kill a baseball.
Yeah.
He likes
Goodness.
his hockey is his go-to right now.
Oh, I know, man. A hockey player.
He likes hockey.
And right now he's done the last 3 years of hockey, and this year they've postponed everything till January because of 2020.
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
But he just loves it. He loves his hockey.
You go to OU then
Yeah.
do that?
Yep.
Huh.
You make several trips a week over
Yeah,
there. That's dedication.
The last couple of years was three nights a week. We're up.
Oh,
we
wow.
go.
Shit.
There's
Do you?
nothing-
I mean, honestly. So, what do you think about that? 3 nights. How he's 6.
6?
You're going 3 nights a week.
Mm-hmm. And he loves it.
He's pushing him.
He loves it. You know. No,
My God, he's pushing him to the NHL.
So
Yeah.
gotta get it somehow.
Wayne Gretzky.
Lil Wayne, right? But no,
I'm just kidding you,
He,
dude.
I've always when we were kids, we always lived by if you start a sport,
Yeah.
you finish.
Sure. Yeah.
And I never push him in anything unless he wants to.
Yeah.
And out of everything so far,
He really enjoys that.
He really enjoys it.
I just, man, the more I think about it here lately, I don't know what it is. Something I'm trying to hit the balance of some of that and some other stuff.
Yeah,
You know.
you wouldn't see me dare to get me on a set of ice skates. I'd break an
Yeah, I've
ankle.
never been able to do that.
Yeah.
No. I tell you, and I admire that ability.
Yeah.
And I've known a few people here that their kids are playing that, and dude, all of them love it.
Yep.
I mean, like that is a.
I just wish we had something closer than OU.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
45 minutes is.
But
is
like
okay.
he has taken on to that, and like that's a big deal, and he likes it.
Yeah,
And
it was. We did it from like September until March. He missed his last 6-week session last year because of COVID. This year because of COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was from September through March.
Wow.
At
3
least
days a week.
3 days a week.
Oh, his kid is a good little athlete.
And
That
at
least
Colin
3 days.
gets
and
after
then
it.
the weekends, as the year progressed, the weekends they did tournaments. So you're looking at 3 to 4 days a week that we're in Athens.
But I get the impression that not only he enjoys it, but you enjoy
do.
it too.
I
Because
do.
you
Well,
you
if he
know
enjoys
when,
it, you're gonna
when
enjoy
you're
it.
when you're enjoying when
Because-
he's enjoying it, you see that
Yeah.
smile on his face.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yep.
not saying there's anything wrong with the
Yep.
kid getting ate up with sports. I'm not saying that. I'm saying now this is just me. I'm just talking. I'm thinking I like the how many experiences and how many things can you get them in front of.
Right.
That way,
So that
whenever
they see.
whenever it's their time,
Right.
they've at least got a.
Yep.
I don't know that, and to me, just like that with the 3 days. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying like that's, I can see working that in, and if he loves it, he loves it. You got to keep going. But I'm saying, like, do you have time to take him hunting? Do you have time to take him fishing? Do you have time to take?
I have never truly been a big
Outdoors.
avid fisherman.
Me either.
Okay.
Me
Yeah.
either.
Me, if
That's
I'm
what
going-
you did. You did sports. Then.
If I'm going to go spend 4 hours somewhere doing something, I'm going golfing.
You're going golfing, yeah.
going
And there's
golfing.
nothing wrong with that. Yep. And my father-in-law, he's big into the golf, and we've talked about that. With Gibson. There again, you're back into sports a little bit. Different.
Well,
sport.
like with me, like I'm same boat. Like I never knew any outdoors type stuff.
Do you like it now that you're starting to know it?
I do. Like I've enjoyed taking Abram fishing. I mean, I used to fish with my dad as a kid, but we didn't. We're bobbers and night crawlers.
Right.
Yeah. And it's fun, and maybe my father-in-law was a good outdoorsman and hunter and everything.
he hunted.
Yeah, like and he might wind up taking the boys out to do that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's beyond me. I can't I can't get into hunting. I can't just start hunting.
Well, you could
and teach him really anything about it.
Or you guys could learn together. Now, let me ask you this, just to go back. You said that you and your dad did, but you didn't do it a lot, but you did it.
Of course. Yeah, we went and fished. I mean, when I was a little kid.
Do you wish you would have done more of it?
Or not necessarily.
Okay, so see, you kind of got your
enjoyed. Yeah, I mean, I was a guy that I was ate up as a kid. Like I loved baseball. I loved basketball. I loved football. And I'm seeing my son. I mean, that's kind of what he likes.
That's what he likes to do too. Yeah,
and like he looks forward. I mean, we're taking that step, I guess, this year into some different, like some travel stuff and a little bit higher commitment.
Yeah.
Not something I really saw. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. That wasn't something that
you were envisioning.
No.
Didn't put that in the cards, did you?
Not something that I thought that I would.
Is it the baseball? Travel baseball?
He's going to do that.
Okay.
And
he's good because our
and
sons
basketball
played together.
too.
They're on the same team, and he's
no, he's not.
He's like a Frank Thomas on first base.
Oh, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Big Abe was the bruiser.
Well, but he can't run.
Hell,
well, neither could Frank.
Well, this goes back to my point, boys. They're 8.
Yeah, I know.
They're 6, 7, and 8 years old.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not. That goes right back to my point.
Yeah.
They're just. I mean, they're 6, 7, and 8 years old.
Well, and I'm trying to keep that in perspective.
Boys, I'm just scared to death that we're going to blink and it's going to be over, and I'm going to say, "Shit, where'd that go?" And then my only memory.
Well, I see how fast it goes.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
My God.
Yeah.
Look at our sons right now, boys.
Yeah, look at us. I mean, have you went fishing with your dad since you've been 12?
Nope.
I've went fishing with mine some, not near as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Same way with hunting.
Yeah.
Same way with horseback riding. We still do a good bit.
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, it's just weird. You have different things
takes.
that come.
Yep.
Like,
I'm not saying I had outdoorsy.
I had an opportunity. Actually, when I was your football coach, during that time,
you're aging yourself.
Well,
That's
listen.
old.
There's no question. I'm the oldest guy in the room by a long shot. But I got a chance for a 6-year period to work with my father. He was the head coach. I was an assistant coach.
I used to watch that. That was good.
And I'm gonna tell you something, dude.
Yeah.
That's something that neither he or I will ever forget.
Nope.
And it wasn't about.
But part of that was just cool for you guys.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It wasn't
take
about
the team out of it.
Yeah, it wasn't about he and I. It really wasn't.
No, it
ever.
wasn't. No.
But what I'll look back on all the time is like,
that was you,
man,
him.
boy, that you know what, man, that was like one of the best
great
father son things that we could have ever done in a like-minded deal. With him ripping my ass, and treat me like a rented mule.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have traded that. And look, that's not what I'm doing for a living now. But my God, I wouldn't trade that time.
Would you expect anything less? Would you want him to treat you any differently?
Oh no, man! I learned a lot of lessons there, and I wouldn't trade that time for.
For nothing.
No. And I mean, but I think of that often. That's what we as fathers, we got to think about that kind of stuff with our sons.
You got to just be aware.
When is our time?
Yes.
What are they going to remember? What is, and I mean that's one that's later in life, so that's not fair. But when I was growing up, I mean, dude, I grew up on the sideline of a football field and everything. I mean, not many kids get that opportunity. It was awesome.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, but what's my son going to remember?
Yeah.
What
I just hope it's not a damn iPad.
Me too.
Right.
Me too, man.
That's all. I guess that's my. I don't give a damn what anybody does.
Hey,
as long as your kid's active, great.
Well, here's my thing.
Yeah,
keep
them active.
Technology.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's my thing. Even if it's technology, I don't even really give a crap what it is. Be passionate about something.
Right.
Yeah.
And God give me the grace to be passionate about it too.
Yeah.
And I guess, they're too young now to know what they're going to be passionate about.
Sure.
But where I will swing and miss is if I miss the opportunity to have passion
For what they
do.
Yeah.
Right.
As well.
Sure. Yeah.
And I mean, that's why I try to
That's a fairly new concept
it is. It's different
in the world of fatherhood.
Dude, we're living in different
times, right? Yeah, way different times. And our dads did too. Can you imagine?
Oh.
Can you imagine? I mean, you ever think about that? Like your grandpa's generation, and like whenever they were kids, and like what they like the way their parents handled their stuff. I mean, can you imagine the ass whippings?
Oh. And now, like, think about that. Ass whippings.
Yeah.
God damn, that's off the table now.
I'll still bust my ass.
I will occasionally.
Yeah.
I will occasionally,
Yeah.
but I'll be honest.
I hate it.
It doesn't make me feel good.
No, and mine is at that point where he'll just throw it around there and say, bust it, daddy, bust it. And and you're like, ooh, God, you're trying
I'm
me.
not there yet. I threaten mine, and
do you?
And he straightens up.
He generally complies.
But typically he's a good kid because he knows his boundaries.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't
Listen,
got to that
guys,
point yet.
we're blessed with good kids.
Yeah, we got good kids.
I mean,
Yeah.
right now it doesn't look like any of them are going to jail.
But it's about
let's
now.
hope that doesn't happen.
But you gotta have conversations like this, and you gotta say, hey, what are you doing? You know, what's your idea? That's why I was asking. I wasn't meaning anybody was wrong. That seems like a huge commitment.
It is
for a kid, like to me.
Well, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that I would say about that, and that I'm trying to grasp. Like, if we're going to do this travel stuff, you know what? That's an hour over and back, plus his practice that you're spending time with him.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get that ride over and back, and I'm like, look, man, we've got to make us. He loves it, or he thinks he does.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do if you get into something committed like that and you see that they're not loving it? I don't know that it's possible for a young kid.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something. I was always of the cloth. Hey, if you start it, you're going to finish.
We all grew up. Yeah.
Okay. Now I still agree with that and support that philosophy.
Okay.
But if I'm ever in a point where I start seeing my kid hating going, tell me I'm wrong. But I might be like, you know what? Hell with it. But I don't ever want to hear about it again.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I think what I would go with is, all right, okay, you don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It's spending X amount of hours a week.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do?
Do you let them quit without a plan B?
Nope. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, if we're going to pivot, we'll treat it like we do a business or anything else.
Sure,
if something's going bad,
that's
okay. Like, okay, if you're sideways and you can't stand doing this anymore,
right?
And it's not looking good for you.
What do you got in mind?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a plan B, well,
now, so you're not.
I mean, do you think I'm wrong?
Well, I think you should clarify the fact you don't mean a bad night.
No. Oh, absolutely not. No, I'm talking about. Yeah, no, we're not going to go off of the field. We're not going to leave the field after a loss.
Well, okay, so then and you're not going to leave the field after a loss and have a bad night and have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in my thing, I guess the point, and I'm not arguing, I'm just saying, okay, well, isn't that why there's seasons? That way, all right, you're going to be done quick enough, and then if you want it to be over,
then it's over.
By default, it's over.
Yeah, that's right.
However, you're going to have to work through this and figure it out.
Yes. Well, and you know what? I do support that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think if your kid was sideways.
I guess that's more what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it as not quitting in the middle of the season.
Quitting the sport.
Or in the first week. I'm talking about, like, if you decide fundamentally that, like, man, I just, this baseball thing, I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, because we all did. I mean, hell, you and I, you, Tyler. I mean, I'm sure we've all played sports when we were younger that we didn't play as we got older.
Oh yeah, that so that's what I'm saying.
That's basically
listen.
what you're
I'm
saying.
sorry. Yeah, I misinterpreted there. I don't mean like we have a bad day.
Yeah,
we're pissed off at the coach, so we quit. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're saying 3 years from now. If he's hating baseball for 2 years straight.
Yes,
and last year
or like if he starts hating it.
Yeah.
With the ramped up practicing.
Right.
Or if he starts hating basketball, or if he starts hating football, it's going to be one of those things like, okay, that's fine. You're not passionate about this.
So when the season's
what are you passionate about? Yeah. The answer is not video games.
Yeah, that's if they want to trade, you know what? I don't want to play. I want to go home and play on my tablet. That's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boys, they just gave out a scholarship at Shawnee University for video games.
Don't tell me that. Okay.
Esports.
All right, then I'm sorry. Okay, let's go this way. Okay, if that's your passion,
then let's get competitive.
Then
about
let's
it.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's. All right. How do we maximize that? I mean, I can't step on my own point. I mean, all right. If that's your passion, let's step on it. It's real now, I guess.
Yeah.
But like what I guess what I'm saying is like I am not the guy that's going to say like, hey man, if you hate basketball, we don't have to play next year.
Yeah.
But
what are you going to do?
Okay, yeah, because right now you when we started this venture, you were all in, and that's cool. But like, what? And I'm fine. I don't care whether you play or not. I really don't. I get nothing out of that. I don't care. But what I'm concerned with is what are you passionate about? What are you going to do? By the way, that's a beautiful freaking burn.
You know what? I'm working on it.
I think we should take a picture of that. It looks awesome.
This really good cigar you gave me.
Oh, good.
This good
it's
Romeo.
tightly packed. You know Romeo.
Oh, yeah. You can't go wrong with Romeo.
Yeah, well, I hope that I reciprocate because you threw us. Some pretty good stuff here, bro. Oh, the pipe is coming out. Here comes the pipe. Let's get off this deep shit.
You got some cherry tobacco?
I have now. Lesson learned last night.
Okay.
Come to find out, Dad used to smoke pipes too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, they all did.
They all did.
I challenge you, a man that graduated in the 60s that didn't smoke a pipe through the mid-70s.
So he got me clued in here. I didn't know this, but so this is my first. It's probably my second venture into these.
Where'd you buy that Paladin?
At the tobacco outlet.
In Jackson?
Yeah, the one over there in the Evans Center.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Do they have pipes?
That's where I got this one.
Been in there. I got to get in there.
So
you got that one in there?
I'm pretty sure
they don't have nice pipes in there, dude.
Oh yeah, they do.
No, they got corn cobs or something. They don't have nice pipes.
Whenever we was at Western Southern, I think that's where when I bought it there.
You got to be kidding me.
I think so. I don't know. But anyhow, I guess this. So I got the aromatic.
Okay.
And I was thinking that just sounded smoother. But I guess it's going to be, Dad said it was going to be real hot and burn my tongue. It
probably will because it's about to smell.
Is it?
Yeah, that'll smell good. I don't know how it'll taste.
Yeah.
That's why I like that Prince Albert.
Well, that's what
Sir
he told
Walter
me to
Raleigh.
get. He said, get to some Prince Albert. Yeah. You ever smoked a pipe?
I think I dabbled once when I was at Shawnee, just because, I think with the costume I was doing that one year for Halloween, I think I got a pipe and some tobacco just to try it, and I didn't mind it. I like my cigars. I like my cigar smells. I love pipe smells.
Can you smell that?
Not yet.
Not yet. I tell you, the only thing that I've noticed, this is day 2 of this. I just tried this yesterday for the first time. Well, so I did this years ago.
Okay.
I don't even remember, like it was so short-lived, I don't even remember it. I just remember that I bought this, and I bought a bag of tobacco, and then the next thing I know, it had spilled in my truck. And that was about as far as my tobacco outing got with the pipe. And I do think, now that I've done it a day, I think what stopped me was the work. I felt like it was a lot of work.
And you got to pack that. If you don't pack that thing tight, it's going to go out pretty quick.
Well, yeah. And then if you pack it tight, it's real hard to get going.
Yeah.
So there's just different things. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to last, Cardiff. This is
you
a
want
maiden
that,
voyage.
or you want my torch?
No, I'll just do it with this.
Okay.
But I don't know.
You just took a huge, distinguished look now that you have
Really?
that pipe.
Oh,
yeah.
I felt distinguished.
Yeah, you're definitely distinguished now that you have a pipe.
I don't know. I just don't know if this is going to fly.
No?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like this looks. Well, this is from yesterday.
You didn't pack it tight enough. You just dump it out. Pack that thing up.
He's awfully distinguished looking right now, isn't he, though?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
That could be a permanent look for you.
It's hitting good.
Oh, I like it.
Can you smell
I
it?
want one. No.
Yeah. I don't know, boys. I don't know.
I'm getting one.
I don't know if it's as good. But now I got to try some different tobacco.
Yeah, that tobacco is probably rough.
Yeah. It doesn't taste bad. Kind of creamy, I guess.
It does smell good. But
Can you smell it? You can't smell it? You can probably just smell cigar smoke, can't you?
God, get a picture of that.
Now, will you keep that would you keep that in like a humidor to keep it,
Nah,
well, most guys keep it in their shirt pocket.
Yeah, you should get through it. Here, hold that up there, Josh, and smile a little bit.
I mean, Chad, I feel like this bromance, Tyler, is...
Well, no, this has been going on. Like, this isn't new.
No. Chad and I, we've done
this before.
Many a times exchanging cigars. And
Yeah. I mean, we're into the cigars and bourbon and whatnot.
Yep.
Now it's about out. Dad said you never scrape it.
Yeah, click at it.
You knock.
Don't smoke the bad shit.
Yeah, there it goes.
Knock that bowl out there. Not pack that, gentlemen.
Let's see. So this is what he told me. He said there's an art to it. He said you just stick that whole pipe down in that in the pouch
in there. Yeah.
Did you know?
Boy,
anything?
it makes me want to do it.
I can smell that now.
Let me pack it for you.
No, I got it. Can you
Now
smell it?
don't pack it too tight.
That's what. Yeah.
That's amazing. That would
not be my flavor.
No?
I mean, it's very aromatic.
Are you more of a straight tobacco?
Yeah.
No, not a flavor kind of.
Well, I mean, I think it smells good, but it doesn't taste that good.
So he said you stick it right in there, and he said you stick your thumb in there,
Yeah.
and he said you don't layer it.
No.
You push in there for
you
whatever.
don't want to pack too tight or it won't burn.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's the beauty of a pipe. You gotta fuck with it. Oh, excuse me. You gotta screw with it a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean,
take some time. Oh, perfect.
Now, do you do the flavored cigars? Like
I don't.
Acid
I don't.
brands,
I don't like the boutique cigars as much.
I'll
do it. I have.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I like is. Have you tried the Javas?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got like that little coffee undertone. I like that.
Yeah. The acids, you can't go wrong. It's like smoking an incense sometimes.
Do you like that?
I do.
It just brings a whole new look.
I'm jealous. Jesus, I'm jealous of that. I mean, I love a cigar, but I haven't had one.
That's like just a whole new look for you.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh my!
That is like.
It looks like he's reading a book.
Yeah.
He's missing his bifocals.
Isn't this why they come out with these so the guys could read the books?
Yeah.
Where's your newspaper and your nose glasses?
That's what I need. That's what I need. This is a nice pipe. I like the pipe.
Very beautiful pipe. That's higher quality than what you can secure at the tobacco store.
Well, I don't know where I would have got this, Chad. Chad's intrigued. Am I right? Am I lighting this with the right lighter?
Well, they actually make a Zippo lighter with a hole in it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a wrong way. I mean, you just sucker down in there, boom. Strike that bowl.
Now, some people prefer lighting cigars with matches, just because you don't get that butane gas smell.
Now we're back to that charcoal lighting fluid.
This is true. Now, if you get match light, you don't.
You're right. A lot of wooden matches with cigars. You see a lot of that.
You do.
And it's not burned to a box.
My only problem with lighting them with matches is you don't toast it at the beginning. That's why I like these. I prefer an even burn, and you can and to me, lighting it with a match is really no different than lighting it with a lighter or something like you're just
a standard.
You're sucking it in. Whereas if you have a torch, you can toast it previously, and I've kind of gotten into that.
And even if you don't light it right,
look at this guy.
It's going to
now
try to they'll typically fix themselves if they're a good cigar.
Absolutely.
But with matches, you don't want to use your standard box matches. They make thicker, longer cigar matches. Look at you. Where's that?
Blow some rings. Give us
where's
some
that
rings.
ring at?
Give us some rings. There he goes. He's working on it. Yeah,
Wait a
takes a minute. Yeah. But here's what I'd like to see. Like, smoke it, and then as you're talking, just give it the, point with it a little bit. Use it.
So what I was saying.
That's use
what we
that.
did,
I mean, hell, that's like having a magic wand in your hand.
Can you French inhale?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these are a little rough.
Bring it in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now keep that bowl hot. Now he's lost his bowl. Yeah.
There it goes. There's your amber.
He called for his pipe. He called for his bowl. He called for his fiddler's three.
Yeah. It's not something I'd want to do.
No.
I don't think inhaling these would be good for you.
No, and these, if you inhale these, you're going to feel pretty good after a little bit, but then you can get sick.
This Cardiff, he's very confident in this burn.
Well, look at it, dude. I mean, look at that's impressive.
Now, see, you guys. I mean, I've already smoked mine.
Well, you might have hotboxed it a little bit. You could have taken that to the ring.
Yeah. I mean, my God, there ain't much left of it.
How'd you like the taste?
I liked
of that?
it. Now that was probably rolled a little bit too tight for me.
Okay.
It probably
Really?
didn't hit. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want as tight a roll.
Did you feel like you weren't getting a good draw off?
Yeah.
Of it?
Well,
that could be the cut
What
too.
you could
Yeah.
do too, the cut, or if you think it's too tight, you could probably take and roll it in your fingers. And just break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That ain't bad. This ain't bad. I bet this would be good with some bourbon.
Oh, there ain't any doubt. Well, I'll let you know the next show.
Yeah. I bet this would be good.
I've got to get one. Do you think I can get one that nice?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Hey,
I think they got corn cobs out there,
If
dude.
not there,
No,
Amazon.
Is there filter in there?
Oh yeah. That's what you do. You turn.
Take it out. Take that filter out.
Why? What do you? What's the filter do?
Well, you'll get a hell of a draw when you take that sumbitch out. Look, that thing's cashed anyways. You've ruined that.
No.
Now
should be brand new.
Now take your pull off of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, get rid of that sumbitch.
You're saying go filterless.
Well, I think so. I mean, you're not inhaling it anyway, right? I mean,
I'll inhale it some.
look at all the smoke now. I mean, get
Now
that
you can-
filter the hell out of there.
Now you can get some smoke.
Yeah,
rings
yeah.
going.
My goodness, look at this. Hell, he just started a fire over here now.
Yeah.
Hey, pipes, filterless.
Yeah. Well, it does hit better without.
Yeah.
I bet you can buy different grains of filters.
Well, like you buy replacements, but like
Now
that
that's
is
hot.
used.
Now that feels hot.
But you got to
now,
watch your tongue.
Now I see what he's talking about. He
Yeah.
said, "Hey," he said, "Go there and get you an orange." And I said, "Daddy, don't." Boy, that's a burning now.
Your tongue will hurt tomorrow. It will.
Yeah.
I mean, there
yeah,
ain't
man, I'm going back.
you're putting that
I'm
back,
going back
to
to
the
the filter. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it'll do the same thing with that.
Yeah, that was hot. Maybe I got to break that pipe in.
A little too hot, yeah. Yeah, maybe you leave the filter in until you get her burn in.
Yeah. I don't know what the point is.
Either that or my old man is just a savage. Like the first thing I remember buying him a pipe for many a Father's Day. And
First thing you do is
birthdays.
rip a filter.
Rip that filter out. My grandfather, same thing. They just rip him out immediately. They take that filter out and throw it in the garbage, like not even use it once.
Well, I tell you what, I can feel it burning my tongue.
That's my only problem with the pipe. You break one in, my God, it hurts you.
Yeah. So that
It
is that
hurts
what
you
it
to
is?
break one in. There's that resin. Or
Yeah,
something. I
something's
don't know
on there.
what it is. Yeah.
Man, that's a weird feel.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's actually kept me from like being a strong pipe smoker because I struggled to get over that.
It's not what you think. you see them guys sitting on the park bench or whatever outside the zoo smoking a pipe. They're tired of walking.
You got to burn them in, dude. But like this doesn't, like, the difference is, like, I might wake up feeling like I put this cigar out on my tongue.
Yep.
But it's a different feeling than that. That'll hurt you.
Yeah, if I get
that'll break your tongue.
if I get down low,
well, I think so.
if I get down low enough, I get to the point where, man, it's not even enjoyable anymore.
Yeah, it just gets too hot.
It does.
Yeah, that's where I was with that one. I just, that one right there. That's just going to sit there for a minute.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's got to be done with a pipe. But I think that's why you don't see men switching pipes a lot.
Yeah,
because they get one burned
in there.
Dad
was saying he had a whole case of them.
Oh yeah.
So what would they do? Easy, COVID.
I mean, they would they would burn them in, and I mean, then they'd put them on there.
What do you mean?
Well, I think
So what? I guess my point is, what's the point of packing 4 or 5 pipes?
I don't know. Maybe you like a different feel. I mean,
or would you go with the aromatics or some of your different tobaccos in different pipes? Do you?
I mean, I would defer that question to Brian Morris because I saw the selection he threw out there of different pipes. Like he would be a much better answer to that. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just about like I kind of like this pipe.
Yeah, this one looks nice.
Yeah,
that's what I thought about this one.
Yeah. That is, I mean, that's aesthetically pleasing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very, and I must have smoked it more than I thought.
You did. You've worked that, gentleman. It's burning. It's burning. I mean, that filter looked like it was absolutely
probably straight tobacco that you're putting through there. One, a big old rip at a time with fire.
That's what I mean, and you've worked that. I mean, look at that thing. That filter's not doing you any good. It's probably making it taste bad.
No. It's not near as bad as what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't like the tobacco without it?
No. I might have to try it.
Well, I think you might have some bad. Yeah, I think that tobacco's rough.
It could be. Well, I just wanted to dive in it.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
Go big or go home, and you sure went big.
It's aromatic. It's aromatic. Now I think that Prince Albert smells really good.
I can't even smell this. Can you smell it yet?
Well, we've got these cigars going. It's hard to overcome that, I think.
I'm sure
I got to go because it's out.
Get rid of it.
Oh, look at it. Just all fell off in a piece.
It went out.
Yeah.
Time is it?
I don't know.
10:15? Oh, we're not doing too bad. Yeah. How far are we?
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Yeah, we'll wrap it up. We'll finish these drinks and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. Hey.
Good choice, though.
That's really good.
You know,
those are good.
I like
that's a really good. I mean, it was really flavorful.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Pure leisure.
Pure leisure. Yes.
You know what though? That is honestly the best near beer I've ever had.
Yeah, JJ, you got to try this one.
Yeah, JJ, shout out. Hey, get you an Old Milwaukee near beer.
Yeah, the green label. Man, what is really wrong with it? And I mean, everybody knows I've drank as much as anybody.
Oh.
Was it you or your brother that picked me up in the drive-thru that time?
I think it may have been my brother.
That was your brother, yeah. I was
picked you up in the drive-thru.
Oh yeah, I was drunk walking home. Wanted to go through the drive-thru at McDonald's, and
you were walking through it.
Yeah, this has been 15 years ago.
Walked through McDonald's.
I said, "Hey Cardiff, you take me through that drive-thru." So God knows, I've had my fair share of beers with buddies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I really anymore. I'm just not much into the alcohol buzz. It's just not my thing like it used to be. I like the whiskey buzz better than I do the beer buzz.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like for my technique, I'm glad you introduced me to this tonight because I'll have some of that in my fridge. Tomorrow.
Very drinkable. Well, I've sat here and drank 3 of them. You drank one.
I'll tell you what. I mean those taste
like beer.
Yeah, that tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it tastes like old Milwaukee beer.
Yeah.
I
mean, so what I'm saying is, if I'm going to have bourbon, 3 glasses of bourbon, 6 of those.
Yep.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Other than I'll feel better.
Are you out of the days of just getting trash drunk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to be.
I'd rather.
He's a liar. Yeah. No, I'm just joking. We all are. I mean, we all
sure,
do it.
It'll happen.
We all do it.
It's okay to do it.
But you don't ever set out to.
No.
It just happens. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. There was a time period of our lives where, hey, that's what I'm doing.
Let's go.
Well, that's because now we have kids.
Yeah.
So the kids come along, and then that kind of goes away.
Yeah, it does.
But it's okay to let your hair down every once in a while.
Yeah, sure it is.
I mean,
why not?
What kind of music have you been jamming to, man?
I depends on the mood.
Yeah,
it really does. If I'm just driving around on a journey or something, I'll just throw hits channel.
What are you a podcast guy? You listen to podcasts?
I don't.
You don't listen?
No, I don't. Except for you guys.
How are you listening to us?
YouTube.
How is everybody not into Spotify?
I don't have Spotify.
How does this work, Tyler?
I just upgraded my phone, and it's got Spotify, but I haven't created an account or anything.
So how do you listen to your music then?
XM.
Oh my Lord!
You've got satellite radio.
XM, or I've always loved Slacker radio.
Okay,
because I've always been.
So you're a radio guy. Okay,
yeah. I'm not familiar with Slacker.
No, I'm not familiar with the radio anymore. I just never listen to the radio ever.
Yeah, XM's my.
So you let them choose your songs. You don't choose them yourself,
right?
Essentially.
Now with Slacker, if I'm on a certain station, I can hard it, and then you can go to my own station, and it's got every song that I've liked.
They all do that.
Just plays that.
They all do that. Well, we're way ahead of that.
We're gonna pull him out of the box.
Yeah,
I must be.
What kind of phone do you have?
Android, Galaxy.
So Google Podcasts.
Okay.
You get us on there as well.
Okay.
Oh, we're on Google Podcasts too.
We're also on there. Yeah.
Which is like the Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
Google has their own thing on Android. Okay. I didn't know that. I would have thought you would have been a Spotify guy from
I think my
Apple Podcast.
My Slacker came from when I had a BlackBerry, and it was a already downloaded app on the BlackBerry.
Okay, I loved my BlackBerry.
Me too. I miss have phones. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was
probably
a good
the greatest phone I ever had.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean these iPhones are unbelievable.
They really are.
They're unbelievable.
Have you went iPhone yet?
No, I like my Android.
Really?
Yeah, I went from BlackBerry to Android, and I've even had thoughts of BlackBerry has an Android version.
Okay,
and I almost went back to that, but I kind of stuck with my Samsung.
I thought they were going to come out with the BlackBerry again, or did they?
Well, they still have it.
They've got a modern day BlackBerry.
It's the Android version with the BlackBerry security.
Oh, okay. I liked my BlackBerry, man. I was a BlackBerry toter for years.
I loved it.
Yeah. I've never been more proud of a phone that I got when I got my first BlackBerry.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm in.
Yeah. I was that way with the iPhone too. I was like, oh well.
Same way. Yeah.
After I had the iPhone for about 20 minutes, I was like, okay, this is pretty.
Well,
cool.
It's amazing how that has changed. Like if we go back to 2009 when we were working together, Western Southern.
Yeah.
I walked in there with a flip phone.
Yeah. Probably a Razor.
Who knows? Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Well, they're back now.
Razors are?
Yeah.
Really?
They have a Razor. Flip phone.
I bet people are going to flip
phones. And it's
phones.
solid glass, and it flips. It collapses.
Well, you and Brennan were toting Blackberries.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
got to get a BlackBerry.
Looks like I need a BlackBerry.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then I was like, wow. I mean, this thing.
Yeah. That was the internet at your fingertips.
It was awesome.
Yeah. I think you could, couldn't you?
And I was a late. I held on to Blackberries longer than most. I hung on to, and then I remember my my in-laws when I was first. Yeah, it was around that BlackBerry time. Like I first started dating Melissa. Like one of my first Christmases with them, they bought me an iPod or Well, it was like an iPhone platform.
But it was
it looked like an iPhone, but and I was like, that is the best Christmas present I have ever received or shall ever receive.
How did you put music on those back then? Download?
Yeah,
you put it in your computer.
Plug it in the computer.
Yeah,
you remember how techie you had to be back then in order to pull that off?
Yeah, you had to work on it a little bit.
Oh, now it's just a matter of you just zip that right on over.
And so then I finally progressed into my first iPhone, and I was like, wow. I mean, man, this is at the fingertips. And then, it just slowly progressed from there. And I mean, I'm so addicted to Spotify.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting most of my entertainment off Spotify.
See, I've got it, so now I'm going to have to look into it. I've got it.
I love it because you can go from Joe Rogan's podcast to
as a family, we
Sturgill Simpson in 2 seconds.
We pay $14 a month, I think, or something for the family, and dude, no commercials.
Yeah.
nothing. Whatever song I want.
You can like your songs. It'll give you all those.
Okay.
You can create playlists. You can download them, listen to them with no internet.
Okay, phenomenal.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's worth it. I haven't got into the Apple. I thought the Apple podcasts were hard to navigate.
That's what I use. I use that for my podcast, and I use Spotify for my music. But I'm trying to
I don't like the. I just like the way that the Spotify gives you the layout. I just like the.
Well, see, the problem I've had, like I started the podcast,
so you get all the subscriptions.
Apple, so like they're all coming in there.
Yeah.
So like, I hate to have to go into Spotify and
do it again.
like everything. Yeah.
You listen to Jocko?
On Spotify, all I get is Rogan and us.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had was you here whenever Tyler showed us we got listeners in Singapore?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out if you're in Singapore, listen
Hey,
to us.
Singapore, I know you can't understand what we're saying.
Yeah, but they listen to us in Singapore.
Are you going to translate this in their language for us?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think those guys that are listening in Singapore, they're in on the English, but we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Look at that.
And
boy, we're taking it to a whole new level.
We've opened up a whole new world here at these pipes.
I think he's found his niche.
Yeah. Josh Cardiff, we've really enjoyed it.
You know what? I really enjoyed it.
I hope you've had a good time.
I really have.
Yep.
And I
we
hope
appreciate you coming,
come
man.
back.
We appreciate all your support you're giving us, man. And I told Reynolds, I said, hey, let's get Cardiff on there.
Yeah,
I said,
man.
He said, he said, great idea. He said, you want to text him or me? I said, go ahead. I said, I got something I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And so
I was tickled to death.
Yep.
And then he said, well, come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get you back on, man. He's a man of leisure with these cigars. And
this guy's one of my favorites.
Oh,
man.
yeah. He grew up, 2 doors up from me, 3 doors up from me.
Yeah,
I didn't live there very long.
And he's commenting on there on pocket knives and handkerchiefs.
Yeah. You carry a pocket knife?
I have a little Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife.
Now there is one that we didn't mention. Now that's a popular.
There's thousands of
them.
them.
My grandpa, they've always carried pocket. I remember Christmas time trying to get boxes open.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
And just whip. And
and were
You're
they
the
Swiss
hero.
Army guys?
Yeah.
Did they throw out the Swiss Army, the red one or the black one?
Grandpa's got them in everything.
Yeah, see, there's a series of those.
Oh,
He's even got the one. It's a real big one. And it's got like 30 different tools on it.
Remember Survivor knives?
Yeah.
Remember Survivor?
yeah. Yeah, I remember buying one over at Bob Evans in that store they had there. It had a fork and a spoon that came out of it.
And there had matches.
Yeah,
fish stringer.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Well, those Swiss Army ones always came armed with a toothpick.
And a compass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Compass.
Yeah, Dad. I was just using. He gave me his the other day to use. We were messing around with the inflatable motors, and I was replacing one, and I needed to cut a zip tie, and I didn't have anything with me. He's like, "Here, take this," and he gives me his pocket knife. And
was it a Swiss Army?
I can't remember if the one he at the time he gave me was a Swiss. I can't remember if it was or not.
Okay,
but I do know what he always had one.
That's
Grandpa
a staple in your
one.
family.
Yeah.
Shout out Tom Perry, meaning Johnstad, the guidance counselor, Swiss Army guy,
all the way,
always. I mean, we camped with him when I was kids. He always carried the Swiss Army version.
There again, too big for me.
Really,
I like the sleeker.
Yeah,
I like the thinner knives. I don't like a thick knife.
I
think the Swiss Army has its place, but to pack one every day, it would be tough.
Well, I think the one he had was relatively slender.
I
think only one or two
real
blades.
Little. It's got one blade. It's got a file. It's got scissors.
Oh, okay. You are not talking the full blown wine opener.
Not the big one.
Okay.
This has your tweezers, your toothpick, the scissors, the
on
file.
both sides you can pick out the toothpick or the tweezer, and then just one or two blades. That's what he always carried. I remember him pulling that out. I always like the look of it. That red.
Yeah, this red Swiss
Army. Yeah, you
Army
can't go wrong with the red one. The true red.
See, I forgot all about those.
The Swiss Armies. I like all of them. I mean,
hey, no matter what pocket knife you carry, if you're an everyday carrier, shout out.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's not a bad.
There's
one.
not a bad one.
Yeah.
No, well, Cardiff, hey man, we appreciate you coming, brother.
Thank you. This has been great.
No problem, man. We'll have you back. So,
absolutely.
See you guys. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Like and subscribe according to Gibson.
Yeah, and share.
Yeah.
See ye.